What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be switching gears a little bit. Now that the 400 is all tore apart down as far as I need to, we are going to be kind of focusing on the specific parts, I guess, as far as the maintenance goes, and working on them, getting them ready to be put back on, bearings, seals, bushings, whatever. But I did a little work off camera from the last time you met me. I had to kind of lay out and organize all the parts that I got and have accumulated over the last couple of months. I'm going to be honest with you, I forgot what all I did have and what all I did order. And this was about the best way I could remember. I kind of laid everything out to where it needs to go. But my plan was to do one big video as far as just tearing everything apart. Obviously we did that already. But I was going to make like just one big video of me just reworking all the parts and replacing everything. But I think some of the bigger pieces I'm going to do like little short videos and kind of make it more explanatory, if that's even a word, I don't know. But like for example, I think today we're going to start with the swing arm itself. I have it pulled apart as far as I can get it down. Well, just this specific piece, but I think I'm going to knock out the bearings that are in here. I know they were pretty cruddy whenever I was working on taking it apart. The chain guide's pretty crappy. I'm gonna take the skid plate off, mostly everything. I'm gonna strip it down to just the swing arm itself. And then over here I have my extremely high dollar parts washer from Dollar Store. That was quite an expensive purchase, but I got hot water in there for now, so I don't know how long the hot water is gonna last, considering it's only 50 couple degrees. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and prop the camera up, start disassembling this swing arm, and we will get to cleaning and replacing parts. I don't want very tight either. Whoops. Okay, there is the skid plate removed. I will set it off to the side for a little bit of cleaning. It is a 10. Alright, as far as disassembling the swing arm goes, I believe that's about it. Well, minus beating the bearings out in these collars. So let me I think before I clean it, I'm gonna go ahead and beat these out. Yeah, that's probably my best bet. This thing is pretty cruddy. There's lots of dirt down in the carrier bearing parts, but let me pause the video for a second. I'm going to try and get some kind of process set up for beating these out. I'm praying that they do, but alright, we'll be back here in a minute and see if I can get something started. Alright guys, so as you can see, I started messing with this a little bit, and this top collar here was actually loose, and just with a little bit I moved it, you can see a couple needle bearings fell out, and them things are bone dry. So right there's a for sure sign that they need replaced. When I was taking the swing arm bolt, I pulled the rear suspension off completely, so I had room to wiggle this back and forth. And when I was picking it up and down on the back of the four-wheeler, just the swing arm being loose, it was actually crunching. So these bearings are no good. Now I just hit this thing. There it goes. Yep, there went the rest of the needle bearings. Yeah, no good. So now that's out of there. Now I believe now I can use this collar here and beat out this one. Sorry, me pounding on this probably isn't the best for the camera, but whatever. Okay, that one's out. Now I probably got this one stuck, sure enough. Alright guys, we're back. The one that was stuck, I forget which one it is now, the short one I had stuck in there, I ended up stacking this one down on top of it. Sticking this long chisel down through here. I got a chisel set from Harbor Freight, and not that you guys needed to know that, whatever. But I could just kind of stack this in here, tapped it with the hammer enough to it popped out, and then this one got stuck a little bit, so then I had to flip the chisel over and pop this one back out. But now those are both out. I kind of got everything laid here where it needs to go. I'll just use this little chisel here. There's two little dust seals on the inside. They get popped out. Lay them there. Another one here on this side. Alright, there's that. Now I don't know if they come factory with a bunch of crud down in there or not, but I'm assuming not so. These things have seen better days. But from what I can see, there is two needle bearings on each side, stacked side by side, I believe. And then there's these metal collars here that kind of press down in, and the bearings right up against these. So again, I'm going to pause the video here and see if I can't get something set up. I don't know if I have a socket that'll fit down in there, and see if I can't pound the needle bearings out with these guys. I can't get these caps out either. I don't know if I'm missing something here, some kind of trick, but they are stuck, and I'm hoping the needle bearings aren't too tight to get out down in there. But I'm gonna pause the video here and see if I can't get something figured out, and if it works, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I found an 11/16 socket, works almost perfect in there. I tried a 3/4, but it was almost too tight to even get down in the sleeve. I mean, it fit, but it was real tight, and I didn't want to get the socket stuck down in there. So I'm going to attempt my plan here. It's just a deep well socket, and then I got my 3/8 extension. Really hurts me to have to use my brand new tools to do things like this, but it's all I got at the moment, so wish me luck here. Ouch. Okay, I was wrong. Alright, so that's one needle bearing, but there's two sets of needles inside there, so it is just one bearing. But really glad that came out of there, so we'll flip it over and repeat the same process. Oh. Damn it. Alright. That takes care of that. So this thing is officially stripped. Sorry, I got the camera sitting on real low on the ground so you guys can get a better angle, but this thing is completely stripped. So that being said, I'm going to dip it in my high dollar parts washer here, do a little scrubbing, get all the crud off of it and all the old grease and dirt out of the carrier bearing part. And we will be ready to reassemble, I guess. Alright, after a little bit of time of scrubbing, sanding, steel wooling, actually a whole lot longer than what I thought it was going to be in total, this swing arm is looking pretty damn good. About as good as I can get it anyway. Flip it over here once. There's the bottom side. The bottom side was pretty damn cruddy, so for it to turn out like this, I am very pleased. Got that all taken care of. If you can see down in them pretty good or not, but they are pretty damn clean. I ended up, well, you've seen me scrubbing it with the brush and degreaser and a little bit of Dawn dish soap. But here's about everything I used. I got some kind of generic dish soap, a little bit of Berry Clean, just mostly because my greasy hands were making the swing arm all black. A little bit of Purple Power, I dumped that in with the water. Actually, I didn't even use the engine degreaser, I'm not sure why I bought that. And then I used just some, I don't even know what kind this is, Talon degreaser. I think I got that from work somewhere, but that was about all I used. I ended up going back, I didn't record it, but I ended up going back and using a shot of steel wool and just going over the whole thing with, well, I wetted it down in the tub, but that seemed to clean it up pretty dang good. And then when that was all done, I took a little bit of 320 grit sandpaper and ever so slightly went in each collar here, and just kind of took out any rough spots and any corrosion. There was some rust in these holes, but that being said, I think we're ready to assemble. Alright, I just wanted to go over the part here I got. I've been pretty much every kit I bought as far as bearings and things go, I've used all balls, even the A-arm bearings and the steering stem bearing, I believe, is all balls. They seem to fit really well, so I just kind of stuck with them as I was ordering parts. But I kind of just want to do a little unboxing here. There is both end caps. There is the tube inside dust seals. Here is both needle bearings. There is the longer inner rod. I believe it goes on the right side. I'll double check. There is the shorter rod that goes on the left side, I believe. And there is the two, I'm not sure what these are called. I don't know, some kind of inner collar or sleeve, or I don't know. But I'll work on unpacking these. We'll start getting everything ready here, and we'll do some installation and get this swing arm wrapped up. I got everything propped up here. I moved down to the ground to use this block of wood to make it a little easier on myself, but I'm going to take a little shot of anise. Well, try not to make a mess, but rub it on the outside of this bearing, either for me or for the next person to make the job a little easier. But also kind of help get the bearing down in the hole. A little bit of lubrication. I kind of started using this big socket to get it started. I got it down to the sleeve there, so I can't use that one any further. But I got a 3/4 socket here. It seems to fit about the outer diameter perfect. I'm gonna attempt to tap it down in without damaging anything. Alright, with the bearings pushed down in, I'm going to take these little collars and use that ring, since it's already the same size as the outer diameter of the needle bearing, and just kind of finish pushing these in. That's my plan anyway. With the bearings in, I'm going to take a little shot of grease on my finger here. Try to anyway. Just slide it in on the needle bearings in there so they're not dry. We'll put a little shot back in behind the bearing on the collar of the swing arm itself. Just kind of put a coating on it, I guess. I don't know. There's kind of a void in there between the dust seal and the needle bearing itself, where it's just the bare swing arm minus the long sleeve going in. But I figured if I put a little coating on it, that might help with the just rust and everything else. So it feels so wrong, but it feels so right. I went ahead and did a test run on these dust seals to see how they go in, or how decent they go in, but for the most part you can push them in by hand. And then just kind of hammer's a little big, but I try to get them just flush, and I got that one a hair down in there. So I take the little punch here, just kind of push it up flush, but that pretty much takes care of that. I got the outer rings in. I ended up putting them in the vise to just kind of pinching in on these two parts here, just to ensure that that was in the whole way. But these rings are actually touching, and the one pushed in a little bit further. But there you can see the end caps pop right on there. So we'll pop that one. I guess put the collars in. Let's kind of see what's going on. I believe the little one goes in the right side here. Get that in there and spread it around. A little tough getting through the dust seal, but there's that one. Done the whole way. And that concludes the part of the needle bearings and the seals and the end caps here. I will redo the camera here. We'll get the rest of the skid plate and everything else on. That should be it. As Chris Fix would say, out with the old, and in with the new. Yeah, I love new OEM parts. Brand new chain slider. Got these little rubber grommets here. I just took them out of the old one. I'm sorry, rubber grommets. Metal washers. Pop them in there. Slide that on. And you're good to tighten it up. Alright, minus the carrier bearing, this here is the final part to the puzzle. And don't worry, I will be anesthesing the living piss out of this thing, but there's a new swing arm bolt. And there's the new nut. That is the final pieces. Put them on there for now so everything's put together and ready. And that is it, guys. That is a complete cleaning and rebuild as far as I can go on a swing arm. And I have to say, I wish I took some before and after pictures, but as far as that goes, that's it. So thanks for watching this episode, guys. I I'm working on my camera angles. I'm not the best at this stuff yet, and I'm kind of working with limited supplies and a GoPro. GoPro's not being the best how-to video cameras, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope it helps somebody down the road. If it helps at least one person, I guess I did a good job. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in